Good morning, Fitness Pro Mentor community. It is Brandon, and very quickly, I want to talk about one quick tiny thing because we are approaching a long weekend. And we're going to be taking a little break, but there's been something that's kind of interesting that's popped up with some of the Instagram content we've been doing with some of our students, and I thought all of you could benefit from it. Instagram, if you're using that as a vehicle to promote your business and to be seen, it is an absolutely fantastic vehicle, and there's some really cool visual things that you can do. There's a couple quick algorithmic things that have changed with Instagram recently, and I want to quickly share them with you because I think all of you could benefit from it. First and foremost, and let me just switch over the view here so you can actually see, and we're going to talk about a couple different things. Right here, this is actually, I have a few different Instagram accounts and I use it to separate my businesses. And very quickly, if any of you are unfamiliar, I did a lot of drum stuff for an international magazine called Modern Drummer Magazine. And I do a little YouTube thing on drum set ergonomics and keep my foot in that business because it's fun and helps me get discount on drum gear. Super cool. But as you can see, my drum account has nearly 5,000, 4,400-ish followers. And it's been interesting because between this account and then the actual account that you see me do most of my marketing stuff for this vehicle, the Fitness Pro Mentor stuff, Brandon's personal account, there's some interesting things I've noticed with the actual types of content that have worked. I've done a bit of research to see this. The reason why I even bring up the drum account is not because of the follower account, even though that's actually a part of it, is that what I've been doing, and you might hear something here, and I apologize if you do, I've been pre-recording high-quality video content of me drumming using the same ecamm software, but what it does do is in the actual data, when I record this in the file, it actually reconciles what date I recorded it. And so what's very interesting is that I'll batch record 6 to 8 little drum clips like you're seeing here, no volume, so you're not missing anything special here, and interestingly enough, when I post something that came from the day that I recorded it, I get a ton more viewership versus the day that I post it 4 weeks or 8 weeks later. So as a quick example, if you actually look here, there's a little video of me and my daughter, and it had 1,600 views versus the other two clips, which I recorded actually a month ago, and I only got 300 and 129 views. Now that's kind of like big whoop-de-whoop, Brandon, you're not getting views. It's not really about that. What it is the clip that I got the 1,600 views, and then come down here where I have 3,000, 3,000, 2,000. Those were all recorded on the same day that I posted them and got a lot more energy. And the stuff that I batch recorded actually got less viewership. So that's extremely interesting. So one, if you are trying to record content, if you are creating a file, make sure that you edit it on the day that you're going to post it so the actual data in the file shows that it was created on that same day, or your viewership may be stifled. That's kind of interesting. Two, if we switch over to my actual like Brandon Fitness Pro Mentor account, one which is kind of cool is you can see the top here, you can actually pin posts. So if you got posts that are actually important to you that help to describe your business, you can actually pin them to make sure you're being seen or specific things are being posted. Like here, I've got 3 social proofs that I'm pretty excited about, but I want to showcase this, and this is from yesterday. Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and any of these other social media platforms want you to keep media exclusively on their platform. So if you post something on Facebook and then post it on Instagram, they are connected companies and they are going to see that the same thing is being used. And so your viewership will be stifled. But what Instagram is doing is it is competing with Facebook right now and TikTok, more importantly, TikTok. And so this is where the reel format has become really important. And Instagram will be leaning more and more and more to this 16:9 aspect ratio, the tall, small ratio, as you can see here. But every video, following the rules I've learned now, every video I record on the same day gets more viewership. 2, Instagram has a ton of video editing features they want you to use, like music, text overlay, captions. And every time I use more Instagram features that helps to make my video communicate the message of the actual thing better, it gets insane viewership. Like very quickly, if you can look here, the Instagram, how to master Instagram, this video here with 4,000 views, this one right here, it's got 4,000 views, sorry for the noise, and this one from yesterday has 4,500 views, all of which are me talking with a little bit of Instagram music in the background with some captions and text overlay. And the more features I use from Instagram exclusive on this platform and I don't post it anywhere else, the more views that it gets. Here's why that's significant. If you are using this as a vehicle to boost your Google SEO, Facebook SEO, or any other platform, we want to make sure that you're keeping your content native to that content. Second, if you're looking for a quick content creation hack that I'd love to share with you, I will tell you that investing into one of these newer iPhones, the iPhone, this is the 13 Pro Max in this case, the Samsung S21, if you have a business invest into the better phone. The phone features don't change, the camera features do. I've invested a lot of money into pro DSLRs for this business for Strata internal performance. Well worth the investment. However, I am getting close to 80% the same quality from this phone, and this phone has a ton more features. So very interesting stuff. I want to just showcase just one more quick thing, and this is something that I talked about in the branding class. So if you're watching this in the future and you're like, well, I want more on that, please do. I want you to see here that if you create a grid that is consistent messaging and it is clear what you do, right? And so Instagram doesn't know if you are a muscle activation, muscle system, resistance training specialist. And the reason why I say that is because the platforms demarcate between gym and trainer, right? There's a very clear separation. It is as cold and limited and very narrow-minded as you possibly could imagine, because that's what people are looking into. And so Fitness Pro Mentor Brandon and Fitness Pro Mentor's page, I'm leaning into the podcast businessy vibe, even though it has a fitness tone, and that's getting me more viewership. For you and your business, if we slip over to the Strata internal performance page, right, everything we post is exercise centric outside of some portrait shots. Very interesting. The thing that I would encourage all of you to do if you're watching this to help support your Instagram is make sure that visually you are creating a grid that looks visually attractive and is simple and is clean. This is a bunch of different random images, isn't as organized as other pages that we've organized, but it is all yellow. It is all people exercising and doing weird exercises that helps to increase excitation and comes back to people. The last point that I will share with you, and this is something that I actually learned from Glenn, Mentor Glenn on YouTube, is Instagram, and this makes a ton of sense, YouTube and all these social media platforms look for people. It has algorithms and data reconciling features in place to look for smiling faces, happy faces, or sad faces, or just faces in general to try and figure out what is this video trying to say. So this is what's interesting, is that in some cases, if I go back to the Strata page, this video here that I've got of one of our clients doing an internal rotation exercise, it is great. You can see people in the background, but it did not get as much engagement visually as this video of one of our clients who is slow-mo happily shooting a basketball. And compared to that, even less views than the smiling video of me talking about an exercise hack. So Cole's notes for this, if you're watching this, make sure you are featuring people in your content. Happy people, more people, and make it look as photo, videographic centric as you possibly can. If you do all of these things, keep the content native, you try to really focus on using Instagram features to have fun with it, stay up to date to what these platforms are using, show happy people doing things all the time, and honestly create a consistent message that lines up with very narrow-minded perspectives. Are you a gym people, or are you a personal training person, or are you a rehab chiro physio style trainer? And that's fine if you are, because Instagram only recognizes those limited, narrow-minded views. Strata Internal Performance focuses on helping people use exercise so they can feel better and move better, which means they get more out of their life. But that doesn't mean anything to Instagram or Facebook. All we're doing is we're leaning into the exercise side of things, and I'm using the sales copy to help profile and exemplify that. Anyway, everyone, my beautiful daughter, it is early in the morning here on Thursday, but we are approaching a holiday, and I wanted to quickly give you some information to help you over the weekends, because we're going to be taking a little bit of break this week. And if you're watching this in the future, if you found any of this information interesting and you have more questions about it, please comment below your questions, and I will share a bunch of information because I want everyone in this group to crush it. And honestly, using Instagram is an extremely simple vehicle to get more exposure, get more people to see you. But very interesting. Check out my Instagram, Drum Mechanics, Brandon, Fitness Pro Mentor, and then Fitness Pro Mentors and Strata Internal Performance. I've got a lot of them, but they're all for specific purposes, and it's really interesting to see how the Drum Mechanics one has so many more viewers and gets almost consistently less views per reel when I don't show my face and I batch record content compared to when I do a iPhone quick video under my Brandon Fit Pro Mentor. Very interesting stuff. Anyway, I got to go do a big day of clients because I do the same thing you do. I love helping people. If you have any questions, comment below. And I'm really excited to see all of you in the future. And by the way, if you're watching this now, it's June 30th. 2 Fridays from now, I'm interviewing Jacques Henry Taylor and Evan Picon together. And we're going to get into some neuroscience, student-y, bioenergetic stuff. Super excited. It's going to be crazy. So see everybody real soon. Happy Thursday.